Hello, online crew. Newsflash, newsflash, newsflash. Do any of you have groups that you've created, or are you in a group or a few groups yourself? Either way, this information will be beneficial for you because Facebook has done an update regarding groups. So whether you run a group or groups, or whether you're in a group, it's just good for you to know what's going on because Facebook has made a change to their privacy settings regarding groups. So that's what we're going to talk about today. And I've got comments today. Hello, Gloria. How are you? High five, Mike. Good to see you on. I've got comments. Woohoo! It's so much nicer when I can see who's on and say hello. So those of you that are joining me live, put the palm tree down below. That's our little emoji mascot here for our community. If you're in my, hey Suzanne, if you are in my free Facebook community called Social Media Strategies for Home Business Owners, put the fish down below. And if you are in my online crew coaching community, where are my online crew leaders? Put the cruise ship down below. We've got emojis for everything. Hello, Lynn. Great to see you on. Hello, Olive. Good to see you on too. So for those of you that haven't met me before, my name is Helen Martin and I'm your online crew captain. I am here to serve home-based business owners, network marketers, direct sellers, those in MLM, and teach you and guide you as to how to bring your business online and use modern social media strategies to build your business. Hey, Clinton. No one wants to, hassle anyone or, hey Susan, or send any spammy messages or try to convince anybody to join your team. We truly want to attract people to us online. So what we do, hey Julie, hey Jillian, what we do on social media is really, really important. And we can do it in a really spammy way, or we can do it in a really modern strategic attraction marketing way. So that's what I teach here. So if you're part of my community, I am so grateful. If you're not, come join the party. We like to have fun here. Hey Jinky, good to see you on. Hello Karen. So what's going on with Facebook groups? So this is just a brand new news flash. The settings are going to change. So this is not huge in how groups are actually going to operate, but it could make a difference as to whether you even see a group or don't see a group, and just simplifying things with groups if you run them yourself. So we've got, hi Edith, we've got 3 settings with groups at the moment. You can either have a public group, you can have a private group, or you can have a secret group. So a public group obviously means that anybody can see it, find it, see the information in it. It's completely public for all and sundry to see. We've got private groups, well, they're closed groups, I should say, closed. So closed it means that people can see it, people can find it. You can do a search in the Facebook search bar and you can find a group, but it means closed, so only the people that are in the group can actually see the information. It's not public per se, okay? And a secret group is that no one can find it. Like if you put a search in Google because you know as this group exists, you won't actually find it, it won't pop up. Only, hey Monica, only the people that have got the link to the group will actually be able to find it and see the information in it. So at the moment we've got public, we've got closed, and we've got secret. So Facebook has had some feedback that people want some simplicity around this and make it really easy for people to know, what kind of group they're in and what it means. So moving forward, there's only going to be 2 settings. So one is going to be public. The other one is going to be private. So what's going to happen to the existing groups? And if you're in, say, a secret group and you're worried that it's not going to be secret anymore, and this is not really, highly relevant in our industry, but just important for you guys to know, if you are in any secret groups, they're still going to be secret. They're just sort of changing, the wording around it. So there's only going to be 2 settings moving forward. And maybe you're not ready to create a group now. Maybe you don't have a group, but you might want to set up a group for something in the future. So this is important to know as well. Hey, Matt, good to see you on. So in relation to the sort of 3 settings, those that are public are still going to be public. The other 2 are going to be private. But one is going to be private and you can still find it. The other one's going to be private and still no one can see it or find it unless you've got the link to it. So it's still essentially the same things, but we're only saying public and private, not public, closed, or secret. Get it? Okay. Now, admins in the group, you can go into the settings of the group and you can change this in the future. I had a look at mine last night and it still looks exactly the same. So it hasn't rolled out to everybody yet, but it will be. And so the default settings are public will default to public and closed and secret will default to private. But closed will be private but visible, but secret will be private and not visible. You still following me? Okay. Hello, Tina. How are you? So I hope that sort of makes sense. Now, those of you that don't have a group but may be thinking, I wonder if I should start a group in the future. Groups are amazing if you've got a need for one. I've got a full groups boot camp in my online crew coaching community. Those of you that are on my online crew leaders and in that community, you can always go and rewatch that boot camp about, do you actually need a group? What do you need to consider to build a group? All those kind of things. But where groups are awesome is when you've got some kind of what I would call a funnel behind it. So what's the purpose of the group? So somewhere in the future, you might want to lead people to a group for a particular purpose and give them some more information sort of in that group. So like my social media strategies group, I share information in that group about other platforms and stuff, more information that I share sort of here. And then I've got my online crew coaching group that's only for the people that are in my online crew coaching community. Like it's for, you need a specific purpose for it. So groups are awesome. Just don't start a group for the sake of thinking that a group is a good idea, because there's nothing worse than a dead group. And there's lots of them out there. Hey, Patricia, I hope you had a lovely birthday, Patricia. Hello, Heidi, how are you? So if you leverage groups the right way, or you create it as part of a funnel, and again, when I say funnel, I say it's something that you're leading people to for a specific purpose. You can build up the group, have your perfect target market in that group, lead with value, do Facebook Lives, give them lots of awesome value and build up the know, like, and trust factor. And then, they might want more. Same with, if you're in home-based business industry, network marketing, MLM, you would probably have groups from your company, and sometimes there are separate groups. So there might be a group for the actual company and a group with the products, and that's where you feed people into to get more information. It's great for social proof as well and stuff like that. So groups are awesome, but Facebook has had some complaints from people that they don't really understand the settings. Why is there 3 of them? We don't really know what it means. So now moving forward, it is only going to be public or private. But I do want to reassure you guys, those of you that have set up secret groups, or you're in a secret group of some sort, your information is still going to be protected, is still not going to be visible to anybody. People will not be able to even find the group unless you send them the link. So the privacy is still all there. They're just simplifying it because that's the feedback that they're getting that people want. We should also take this as another indication of the emphasis on groups. Do you remember me telling you this a few months ago, that one of the huge areas of focus for Facebook is not only privacy, but it's also groups. Groups create a sense of community when they are done well. And this is why I say, please do not set up a group just because you think a group is a good idea. You've got to have a purpose for a group. You've got to funnel people into the group and, give them information and be posting, pretty much every day and bring value to the group in whatever the purpose of the group is. Because the last thing you want is a group where it's not growing, or you create it and then you're not active in it, so there's no information in it, there's no vibe, there's no interaction, nobody really cares, and you end up with a dead group. There's lots of dead groups out there. So groups are amazing, and once again, those of you that are in online crew coaching, go and watch the groups boot camp if that's something that you're considering now. So they can be really, really worked to your advantage, but only if you really know what you're doing. Hey Diane, good to see you on. Matt, lots of dead groups. Oh, yeah, we were just saying that. People start with the best intentions and then the rest is history. Would you... Oh, it won't open up on the screen, Matt. Would you resurrect a group? Yeah, I'll go back to your comment afterwards, Matt. But you can, if I can gauge sort of what you're asking me. I can't open the rest of it up on screen. But if you're asking, can you resurrect like an old group that hasn't done well? Absolutely. Just rebrand it, refocus it. Depends how many people are in there though, Matt. I'm not really sure what you're asking, so perhaps I should leave that until I go back because I can't see the rest of your question there. But you can absolutely resurrect a dead group by rebranding it and putting content in there, encouraging some engagement. But you got to know how to do all of that stuff. You've got to know how to rebrand effectively. You've got to know how to encourage engagement and interaction, all that kind of stuff. That's what my groups bootcamp is for. So yeah, groups are amazing, but you do need to put some thought to it. We don't want like millions of dead groups out there, which there are. And people just don't understand, like people don't interact in my group. I'm posting every day. It's like, okay, well, what are you posting? And a lot of groups I find in this industry are just set up to sell. So they might be a little bit smarter in not doing it on their personal profile, so they set up a group. But then when you get in the group, it's just like sell, 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 sell. There's no value in there and people lose interest pretty quickly. So we've still got to continue the value and giving people good information and helpful information to keep them interested in the group. Otherwise, it's just, you might as well start up a website with a sales page and just get people to buy. Brenda, hello Brenda, how are you? Hey Glenn, hey Tina. Oh, thank you Tina. Tina's saying hello to Henry. Henry's our little fish over here. He guards Palm Cove for us when we're not around here, guys. Hey Anea. Oh, thank you Anea, good to see you on. I have supple. I think you mean couple. Richard and Johanna, I presume it's Richard maybe. I have supple dead ones myself. I think you mean a couple of dead ones yourself, yeah. And if you do, guys, a lot of people do, yeah, we need to just assess how many people are in there as to whether it's worth resurrecting or not. Because there are, hey Tony, there are challenges is if there's a lot of people in the group, no one's doing anything, like nothing, there's no engagement, then you've probably pretty much killed the algorithm in the group. And people set up groups thinking that that's the answer for everybody to see your information. That was the case in time gone by. So, on public pages, not everybody sees your information. Facebook doesn't send our information to everybody on our pages. But, people's perception is if that you set up a group, then everybody will see all your information and you'll get a notification. There's still people teaching people, set up a group, because everybody that's in the group will get a notification when you post. Not anymore, guys. You have to warrant that from Facebook, actually achieve that by the engagement, in the group. So if there are people that are inactive in the group, they may not get your notification of your post. So it doesn't work the way that it used to, that it was guaranteed that in a group, everybody saw your information. It doesn't work that way anymore. Social media is too busy. Facebook has to make choices with the amount of content that is out there. You imagine the amount of content from everybody around the world on pages, personal profiles, and groups. Just imagine the amount of posts going up every second around the world. Now, Facebook has to decide through its filter system in the algorithm what they put in front of what person. And they're running out of space, and it's just not possible for them to put every single post in every single group that exists around the world. So now things are, they're not getting as much exposure as before. But if you've got great engagement in your group, people are more likely to see the post, but it's not guaranteed. So please don't fall into the trap of thinking that's why you would set up a group, because that's just not the case anymore, okay? So yeah, it's out of control, Richard. Is it Richard I'm talking to today? I can't tell when you have Richard and Johanna on your profile. Let me know. So moving forward, you might see settings automatically change. You might, if you run a group, you might want to go to a group and change them. But I went into one of my groups last night and it still looks exactly the same. So this might take a little bit of, to roll out. It's not going to be a massive change to the way that groups operate, but I do want to, give you the emphasis on groups themselves. This is where Facebook wants you to play, but play the right game. Because you just don't want to set up a group for the sake of setting up a group, because you'll end up with a dead group and that's worse for you. Okay, so I hope that is helpful, Richard. I hope that's helpful for you guys. Just like to keep you updated. If I see updates come up, I want to share them with you guys so you guys know what's going on. Especially if you run a group yourself, you want to know what's going on. Jen. Wow, thanks for letting us know about this. We need to encourage more if we want to make sure we get the info to our group. Absolutely. Always, no matter whether it's a business profile, a personal profile, or in a group, we are all striving for interaction and engagement. That's what's going to kick in the algorithm. It's what's going to give you the exposure. It's what's going to increase your organic reach. It's not about likes. It's not about loves. It's not about views. The numbers don't count. It really is about interaction and engagement, and Facebook are pushing us to privacy. They're pushing us to Messenger. I actually replied to, just earlier, I saw a comment from a video that I did in a community. There's over 100,000 people in this community, and I did a video for them a week or so ago. And I saw a comment come up, and it's like, oh, I haven't answered that. I'll go back in and answer that question for that person. So I was just addressing their question, and a box came up. Never seen it before. So you might see under people's comments on business pages, it says, like, reply, and message. It gives us 3 options. So it's already there for me to message the person privately if I want to. But I typed my reply and I was just about to press, or I might have pressed send actually. So it was just under the reply button. This big box came up saying, do you realize you can also send this message. I took a screenshot of it on my phone, but I'm on my phone, so I can't check the exact wording. That I can send it privately, and had the blue button there for me to message the person. It's like, wow, if that's not in my face, pushing me to private message somebody when the message option is already there anyway. It's like, reply, message. Like I could have chosen to do that off my own back, but Facebook are highlighting it, basically saying message this person privately. Like they're going to put it in front of us more and more and more. Private messaging, Messenger, and groups. So however you can utilize groups in your business, maybe not now. If you want more information on that, just get into my coaching community and watch the groups boot camp, and then get out of my coaching community if you want, but just please don't, create a group unless you're ready for a group or you're funneling people into a group for a specific purpose. Okay. Thanks for sharing. I'm trying to build up my groups. Good. And it really comes down to content, guys. What if you're not getting any engagement or interaction in your group? People are not resonating with your content. They're not connected with you. You've got to reconnect with people. That comes down to what you write, what you post, the headlines of your posts. Oh, those of you guys in my online crew coaching community, we're doing day 3 of the boot camp, the business boost boot camp, and this is what we're going into. I've got over 100 headlines for you guys. You're gonna love me, and I put it all in a document for you. You're gonna love me. So we're going through that shortly. Matt sends via Messenger. It goes into the inbox direct, not to the chat request. Yeah. Yep. So, but the thing is, and the option is already sitting there for me to do that. I know that I can message the person privately, but this alert came up to actually do it. It's like, whoa, okay, I know I can do that, but thank you. Thank you for the bright lights and the alert to it. They want people in Messenger. It's really interesting how it's moving sort of forward. Content and Facebook Live. Yes, keys, content and Facebook Live. Well said, Richard. Okay, Karen can't wait for the boot camp. We'll be there in 25 minutes. Excited about the boot camp. Thank you, Helen. No worries. You're incredible. Oh, thank you, Richard. And just for warning for those of you guys in the boot camp, I've got a special bonus for you next week as well. So about all sorts of updates to do with Facebook. So I'll share that with you in a moment when we get over there, okay? So for the rest of you, I will see you same time, same place tomorrow I always finish off the week with a social media tip of the week. So I will share that with you tomorrow. Thank you for being here with me. It's always a privilege, and I'm just so appreciative of you guys that show up live and those of you that watch the replay that are in different time zones as well. So I'll see you guys in my coaching community shortly. I'll see the rest of you same time, same place, or may not be same place actually, because it might be Saturday morning football. Doesn't matter where I am, I'll be here. I hope you will be too. Okay, see you guys, bye.